What's up, everybody? This time to wrestle with Suplexus. I'm Suplexus, and today I'm gonna give my review for the Royal Rumble 2025 event. You see, Royal Rumble review. So, this show had the highest of highs in some places and the lowest of lows in others. So, we had four matches tonight. We had the Women's Rumble, we had the Tag Team title match, we had the WWE title match, and the Men's Rumble to close things off. So let's get started with the Women's Rumble. I mentioned that this show had the highest of highs. Well, this was one of the lowest of lows. So I'm gonna go through a few reasons why this match did not work for me. So, number one, I feel like the women's division going into this, we did not have a clear direction of what was going on, which made this Royal Rumble, this is the men's one, not the one on the screen, the women's Rumble, very unpredictable and very exciting to me because we had no idea what they were doing. Like, sure, we got seeds planted with Io and Rhea. Sure, we got Nia and Tiffany. Sure, we got all these other seeds planted. But it was relatively unknown the direction that they were going in for WrestleMania. So, I was happy with the beginning. I will compliment this. They had Io number one as the Iron Woman. That is the right thing to do. And sorry about that. And that is where most of the positives go. So, this Rumble match, the way it was structured was so that all the heavy hitters, the main eventers, most of them came out at the end. Now, this is an issue with the men's one I will touch on after. So, but in this one, for the women's Rumble, we had Io and Liv starting off. Alright, we got two former women's world champs, two people who have been to WrestleMania. Alright, thumbs up. However, we had a whole lot of people come in who felt like bodies to be thrown over who had zero chance. Like, we had your B-Fabs, you had no disrespect, but we had Meechins, we had those type of people who you know aren't gonna win, and they appeared a lot in the beginning. Now, the way that the Rumble should go to me, I think that they work best when they are spread out throughout the match. You tell a story in the first third of it, you tell a story in the second third, and then you have all the stories explode at the end. However, the storytelling never really got off in this match. Like, uh, normally with these Royal Rumbles, let's take last year's. Bailey won the Royal Rumble, and the story was she kept taking all the bullets for damage control. We knew that Bailey was going to challenge Io for the title at WrestleMania 40 because that's what they set up in the match. But in this match, we did not get enough setup. The most setup we got was Ivy Nile eliminating Lyra Valkyria to set up for an IC title match for the women. That should not be the scenario to me. Which gets us to another point I got with this match. It is the fact that some of our heavy hitters over the past year who have went crazy on Raw, put in all the work, done everything they could, got eliminated like they were nothing. Like, Let's take Io. I know there's some bias with this one, but she has been putting in work. You can't take that away. The Queen of the Ring tournament, the Money in the Bank, like uh, putting over Liv at Saturday Night's main event, War Games, IC title tournament. She's been putting in the work, has a clear fan base, but she got eliminated with five other people like she was another person on the roster. What are you doing? Like, and that's not the only one. We had Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair, who headlined a WrestleMania in 2021. Sure, it was night one, but by WWE rules, she headlined a WrestleMania, and she got like I don't even remember how she got eliminated. And then even Bailey, even Bailey just got chucked out, like fifth to last, fourth to last person out. And at the end of the match, I found myself not cheering for anybody to win. That is a problem. When you have. I take nothing away from Roxanne because I do not watch NXT, so my opinion of Roxanne is very limited, but still, they got me cheering Roxanne at the end because you have Charlotte Flair. If you've seen the past few videos I've put up, you know I don't like Charlotte Flair. I think she's overrated. I think she's been overpushed. I think they've just given her all these statistics to make her look all good. Like, what is it? A 14-time women's champ, now a two-time Rumble winner, first two-time Rumble winner. Like, they just give her all these statistics, but her promos I do not like. It is to the point where I want to leave the room sometimes when she's a babyface cutting a promo. That's what they're like. And then her in-ring ability, sure, it's good, but with all the women's wrestlers we have now, she's not even top three in WWE, in my opinion. Like Io, Bianca, Naomi, those are my top three. So I'm very annoyed with the result. I thought Io was gonna win. She had that face off with Rhea, which closed a Monday Night Raw in the end of last year, might I remind you. So I thought that was gonna go somewhere. I was wrong. Just all these women's wrestlers, like I brought up Io and Bianca. There are many more out there who put in the work last year, and they deserve the Rumble victory more than Charlotte. Simply put, even Roxanne. Sorry, another thing popped up. My apologies. Even Roxanne deserves it more. So that's how I feel about the Women's Rumble. This is I am very disappointed in the creative team. Now for the Elimination Chamber, I'm on time constraints, that's why I'm looking there. In the Elimination Chamber, I do think that we're gonna have your Ios, your Biancas, all the great in-ring talent in that match, and it will be better than this Women's Rumble. I did not like this Women's Rumble, brutally honest. So I'm hoping maybe we get Io winning. Maybe we get Io and Bianca winning, like I pitched in my fantasy booking for the Rumble. That is the real women's rumble to me, because that is what I care about. I don't care about Charlotte Flair. I'm not excited for this feud. I don't think the promos are going to be too good. So, that is the lowest of the lows to me. Now it's time to talk about the tag team title match. I really liked this match. Now, my favorite thing about it is they let a DIY be complete heels in that ring. Like, they went in there, and the first time they feigned a tag, they messed with the ref. All this got the pinfall victory in the first fall. Like, I could go through all the spots in the match. I'd be here all day. And the second fall, Motor City win. And then we're at the third one, and the Street Profits come back. They make their return, and they cost Motor City Machine Guns the match. So, some things to point out here. First of all, pretty good match for my match review. I think it's pretty good. But the one glaring fault in this match is that they did not have enough time to do like fluid wrestling. It felt like they were getting all their spots in. It was fun to watch, don't get me wrong. I love DIY. They are amazing. So it was fun to watch, but the thing is, uh, it just went by too quick. They just didn't get enough time. I haven't checked to see how long the matches were, but they should have gotten another 5 or 10 minutes, in my opinion. And this one would have been a classic that people talk about as a match of the year candidate. So good match. Sorry about that. Good match. Pretty good match. Not even good. I give it like 3.5 out of 5 potentially. So after the Street Profits come out, and I'm assuming Motor City attacked them. That's my assumption when Motor City defended against DIY in the match where they lost the titles. They're going to be revealed as the culprits. And one thing I do like is after the match, um, the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, I believe, hit Ciampa with the crutch. If you watched NXT back in 2018, you would know that that crutch has a lot of significance in the story of Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa in NXT. So I enjoyed that a lot. Sorry about that again. I enjoyed that a lot. And overall, this match is pretty good. So now, the ladder match. And Cody, Kevin Owens in the ladder match, they went to war. They they started fighting in the crowd near the beginning, and all these nasty spots happen, like them falling on the corner of the ladder. Say the ladder's out like this, they fall in the corner. So it's a tough landing. I know that wasn't the best visualization, forgive me, but yeah, that happened. Cody got power bombed on the ladder, and then the craziest spot, probably a ladder bridge in the ring. One ladder's like this, another ladder's like this, leaning on it. Yeah, I gotta work on my signs, but Kevin Owens from the top rope hits some type of brain buster. It's like a fisherman's brain buster off the second rope onto the ladder. It was brutal, and Kevin Owens started bleeding. So I thought they were working us, or I thought it was like a shoot. So that means real outside the wrestling world. I thought it was a shoot, but when Sami Zayn came down, I was like, okay, they're going somewhere with this. So eventually, Cody Rhodes hits an Alabama slam through a ladder bridge on the announce table and the apron, and he retains the title, and Sami is cradling his friend. You have this really good image that I should have put up here. This really good image of Sami holding on to Kevin, checking on him, and in the back you have Cody Rhodes posing with the two championships with the WrestleMania sign behind him. Great stuff. This to me is the match of the night. Very good stuff. And Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, I definitely recommend you watch this match. It delivered. It is what you would expect from them. Great stuff. Great way to cap off the feud. So now it's time for the men's Royal Rumble. Now, for the men's Rumble, I will talk about the negative first and then go into the positive. The negative, the one thing with this Rumble match is it had a similar issue where you didn't believe the first 15 people were gonna win the Rumble, simply. Like the one thing with this one good thing is the wrestling made up for it. In the women's Rumble match, not all the wrestling made up for the lack of star power. In this one, it was like fun. We had Braun Breaker spearing some YouTuber. We had Pentagon Jr. and well, I'll get to something after. We had Pentagon Jr. and Rey Mysterio going at it, or Penta. I said the wrong name. uh, Penta and Rey Mysterio going at it. We got Sheamus. E- Everyone in the match, except for like maybe one or two in the first 15 entries, felt like they belonged, and it was very fun to watch. And then we get to number 16. This one shocked me. Roman Reigns came out at number 16. Like, I would expect Roman, like, okay, Roman Reigns, he's gonna be one of the last five people, right? But he was the first. You call Jacob Fatu a main eventer at this point. In that case, Roman is the second main eventer to come out, number 16. And what I love about this is we're so used to, excuse me again, we're so used to Roman Reigns fighting like people of Polynesian descent in the Bloodline storyline. It was cool to see him mix it up with people like Dominic, and then he tag teamed with Penta. I almost said Pentagon Jr. Was he called Pentagon Jr. in AEW? I don't think so. Penta El Romero, I think. So he teamed up with Penta, and that was cool. Honorary Lucha Bro, my tribal chief. So teamed up with him, and he fought Dominic, which was hilarious. Very funny stuff. And then we got Drew McIntyre coming out, and Drew and Roman. I've made it clear in my past few videos, if you haven't watched them, I want Drew versus Roman at WrestleMania. So, judging by this image, might not be the case, but I could dream. So, they went at it, and it was cool from here because we had all these ghosts of Roman's past coming back to haunt him. We had Finn Balor, we had Nakamura, we had LA Knight, we had AJ Styles returning. Nice to see AJ Styles back. Like, uh, who doesn't like AJ Styles? That's my question. Who in the world despises that guy? I don't think anyone does. It's nice to see him. I hope he fights John Cena. I hope he wins a world title. I want that 2016 AJ Styles who fought John Cena at SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Dean Ambrose, Backlash, and then three-way at No Mercy. I want that AJ Styles one more time. Just throwing it out there, him and Gunther eventually. It's good. It's good by me. So AJ comes out, and then we get to the final heavy hitters. So far it's Drew and Roman as the top people in the match, in my opinion. And then we get your CM Punks, we get your Seth Rollinses, we get your John Cena's. Not the best picture of him, but what are you gonna do? So we got all of them, and number 29, we got number 28, I believe it was Damian Priest, 29, LA Knight, 30. Uh, I thought for a minute that The Rock was gonna come out. I completely forgot Logan Paul was in the match. I was like, oh man, Dwayne's gonna come out. I feel weird calling him Dwayne. The Rock's gonna come out. He's gonna take Punk's spot again. He's gonna eliminate Cena. But that did not happen. None of my Royal Rumble match predictions were correct. Uh, I believe last year I predicted Bailey and Cody to win. That might be a video, might not, but I got it right last year. But not the case this year. So it it's really good stuff. And then Punk eventually eliminates Roman and Rollins. Now, before that, I should mention Roman and Rollins had a face off in the ring. As someone, again, someone who watched WrestleMania 31, I was, what was it, 10 years old when that show happened. I have a rough history with Seth Rollins. I was a big Roman Reigns fan. I mean, like, overly passionate about him. He, like, I still look up to that guy. He did so much for me when I was young, got me through whenever I was having tough times. He would be on TV. He's my guy. So, Seth Rollins cashed in on him at WrestleMania 31. That gave me legit nightmares. It is weird to see, but that playing that scene gave me nightmares. I would wake up and I knew people at school, sorry, at school, and they knew how much I liked Roman. I would not hear the end of it. My grandfather knows how much I like Roman Reigns. I would not hear the end of it. And I still watch with my grandfather, which is cool. I'm lucky like that. He knows who I like. He knows I wanted EU to win. He laughed when Charlotte won. He laughed when Roman got eliminated. Yep. So, anyways, this meant a lot to me because I've kind of watched from my childhood of being 9 or 10 years old to now. I have watched their entire history play out, and I've been a hardcore fan, I would say, for about 10 years, so it's really nice for me. I think Roman's retirement match will be against Seth Rollins. Who knows when that day will come, but that is the match to me. So anytime I see them interact, anytime I see them face off, it hits deep inside of me. So they face off, my eyes glued to the screen, as I do for all my favorites. And then this guy, CM Punk, that guy, eliminates both of them. So at this point, This was my reaction, me laughing like this, because it's so funny, well, so sad. Like, I am not the biggest fan of CM Punk. I did not like the way that he left AEW. Like, I don't like it. I respect the wrestler, but I don't like the guy. So when he eliminated them, I had like a painful laugh. And then Logan Paul eliminates Punk. I like Logan Paul even less. So it was wild to me. So, anyways, we get this image right here, and Seth delivers a stomp to Roman Reigns. But this isn't like a normal one. He firmly plants both of his feet onto Roman Reigns' head. It looked rough, to say the least. And then we get all this chaos, and he hits Roman with another stomp. Where do I see this going? I still have a feeling that we are getting Drew Roman and Punk Rollins out of this. However, with all three of them in this chaotic scene, I think that they're going to be in the Elimination Chamber match for the number one contendership for the WWE title. That's my prediction. So this happens, and then Logan Paul gets eliminated, and Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble. Jey Uso winning. I heard it on a podcast, Tuesday Night Titans. Someone threw out that idea. I just brushed it aside. I didn't really think much of it. In my predictions video, I believe I said The Rock, CM Punk, and John Cena are the favorites. But Jey Uso winning caught. Excuse me. that that was rough to listen to. My bad. So when Jay and Cena were the final two, suddenly it hit me that I think Jay's gonna win because they gave him all of this stuff. Like he has the yeet thing. That you know, you know what it is if you watch WWE. They do that, and in this Netflix era, they are gonna go for the viral moments, like all the yeeting. So it hit me that I wouldn't put it past the WWE to end the show with 60,000 people yeeting and Jay pointing to the sign. So I still thought Cena was gonna win. Jay won. I was shocked, and it seems like Jay is gonna pick Gunther at WrestleMania and probably beat Gunther at WrestleMania for the world title. Excuse me again. So, with that being said, I don't think that match is gonna main event, honestly. And we got Charlotte winning, Charlotte and Tiffany. That's not a WrestleMania main event to me. So, I don't know what the main event's gonna be for both nights. I'm assuming Cody is gonna headline night two, and I got a feeling part of the reason that Jay won and picked Gunther is because the Rock situation last year, and they don't want him popping up and messing up the Rumble winner. So this made sense. My general thoughts on the show now. This was a mixed bag to me. Like lowest of lows, highest of highs. And I'm anticipating the Elimination Chamber women's one. I am assuming that Charlotte is gonna go after Tiffany. I wasn't. I know I'm in the minority for this. I wasn't big into Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley at 39, so I'm hoping that Rhea fights someone new. Io, she deserves it. One of my favorites. Love to see that. And then in the chamber for Cody's title, I think that Randy Orton is a safe bet to win that match and fight Cody at Mania. They might be saving that for SummerSlam, so I could see John Cena winning it as well. So those are my thoughts. Overall, I give this show a B, I think. A B grade. 75%, 73%. This has been Suplexus. I hope you enjoyed this review. It is now Sunday in my time zone. So, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.